welcome to another edition of Garage Pros. I'm Mark Nolan. We've got our 2011 Silverado up on the lift here. And the guy that bought this truck originally, he got some pretty neat little upgrades. Got the chrome wheels and the nice bumper set and the whole works there, but decided not to go with the OEM flares that go on the truck. And you can do that because somewhere down the road you could say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put those flares on there. And the nice folks at EGR make a great OEM style flare to put on there. It's a great look. You can leave it just black as it is right now. You can also scuff it up and paint it the same color as the vehicle itself, and the installation is pretty easy too. And quite honestly, there's only one really, I guess you would call it even time-consuming portion of this, and that is putting the gasketing material on the outside of the flare itself. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, the main reason is because once you put these flares on, you may decide somewhere down the road you want to pull the flares off, and if you don't put that gasketing material on there, you're going to see a line where, even though it may not seem like it's moving, this flare is actually probably going to scratch back and forth and maybe mess up your paint a little bit. So you put the gasketing material on there. Plus, you don't want mud and salt and water and things like that getting in behind the actual flare itself. Now, what I've already done is gone all the way around the whole outer edge of the flare with a alcohol-infused cloth here, and that allows you to clean it up real good. And this gasketed material here, it has double-sided tape. And so what I've done is I've pretty much finished it all the way around, and then you bring it up, and whenever you put this tape actually on here, or actually the gasketed material on there, you leave a little bit of the tape backing out, and you just work your way around. Go about maybe 3-4 inches at a time, and then you come back and you pull the tape backing out, and that way it's helping to pull the gasket down toward the actual flare, helping it stick. You take it, in this case, all the way to the end. Pull more of that out. Stick it. See what I mean by it being a little time consuming? It's something you want to take, you want to take your time on. It's a trim piece. It's something that's going to look, really nice whenever it's finished. So you got to make sure that you do take your time on that. I'm going to go ahead and take this razor blade and just get the weight off of this for right now. We'll trim it up a little bit further. But in order to get this all the way out and around here, I don't need the weight of the excess pulling down on it. Around the corner. Again, slowly pulling that backing out of there. All right. Up against the edge. Now we come back with our razor blade and we do our real fine cut. On the edge there. It's up looking real nice. Looks like a nice quality install, and like anything else, you just want to take your time. Now, how does the actual flare sit up on the truck? Well, got a couple of different ways that it does that. It uses two different methods. I'm going to pull this up and show you what we've got going here. On the inside of this flare, we have two slotted areas here. That's where a couple of Phillips screws are going to go up through. Now, in order for these to actually hook into the fender well itself, we've got a couple of screw receivers, and I'll hold this up to the camera here so you can get a look at it, that just pop up inside some holes that are already inside the fender well. We've already placed a couple of them up over in there, so what we'll do is we'll take the flare over, pop it up in with a couple of screws, and use our clips, two each, to go down on each side of the actual flare. But let's get over the truck and take a look. All right, so we have our screw plugs already up and in the fender well right now. What I've done is taken a shorty Phillips screwdriver that I can put into my palm and actually hold the screw on top of it at the same time. I'm working by myself, so it's just a little easier way to do that. You got somebody else who can hold it up there. You can use whatever kind of Phillips you want to use here. So you just place the flare up inside, find your hole in there, get the screw in, and you are up. And now it's holding itself up by itself. Now the other part of this is, so you got a screw here and a screw here, and then you've got these little clips that I showed you before, and those, you just push the inside of the flare, take the clip, pop it on, you're good. Two here, two over here. Very cool. EGR, these are the OEM style fender flares. You decide you don't want to get them right from the factory, or maybe you just bought a used truck that doesn't have them on there. You want to jazz them up a little bit. The EGR OEM flare is the way to go. You can scuff and paint it. You can leave it black. Either way, it's got a great look to it. Thanks for joining us for Garage Pros. I'm Mark Nolan.